Good evening, fans of the University of Cincinnati Bearcats. It is Mark Fightmaster and James Ernest of UC Bearcats on the prowl. We are excited this week. We get to summarize or recap the Bowling Green game, and then we get to talk up the preview of. I was going to say, I don't even know if they know who they're playing or care who they're playing. Northwestern State.
Yep.
I know who Northwestern is. I know a lot of schools that have state in it, but Northwestern State is not one of those teams that I'm going to be able to tell you much about. Mark, what do you know
Yep.
about the Bearcats? Not about Northwestern State. What do you know about the Bearcats?
Well, James, they won 34-20 on Saturday against Bowling Green, handing Ohio State great Eddie George his first loss. But and you and I talked about it last week. We were thinking in the 35-14 range, 21-point win. I'll take a 14-point win, especially when certain facets of the game looked the way they did. Like the passing game, thought looked outstanding. So, I think I don't want to give too much credit. I don't want to be too negative. It was a good, solid win over a program that they hit a win the week before. They're 1-1. Bowling Green's now 1-1. There's a lot of hype surrounding Bowling Green with Eddie George and then that silly cat that they carry everywhere.
Pud,
So,
yes. I got to meet
yeah.
Pud.
Did you?
Yes.
At least he's nice, right?
Oh, yes. He was very friendly. I mean, he was
I'm not a
asleep most of the game, so I don't get why
cat
Peter
person.
was so upset because he mostly just slept and hung out in the little thing, and then he went and got some food. He had a pretty good time. It seemed like I kind of want to be the damn cat because I want to get carried around in a backpack and fed and sat on the sidelines. I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Wear a helmet. He got to wear a
Yeah,
helmet
yeah,
at
yeah.
one
I got
point, I
some
saw.
pictures of him with the
So,
helmet. Yeah, yeah.
it's not a bad life. Not a bad life.
No, no,
So,
he's got a nice backpack. It's like looks like one of those ones from I
yeah.
forget which Brad Pitt spy movie it was, but it was some type of Brad Pitt movie. And yeah, the people would be carrying around a
Oh,
dang
yeah.
cat. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it seemed pretty good.
Mm.
But speaking of Eddie
Yeah.
George,
You know what?
I couldn't
Yeah.
figure I couldn't figure out which one was Eddie George. The different coaches because if he is or if he wasn't on silent, he didn't look anything like he used to. They were all a bunch of really
Mm.
tall fellas. I didn't think running
Yeah.
back was that tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing that I loved about it. So I'm going to go off on an Ohio State
Okay.
wormhole real quick. One thing I loved about Eddie George was because he was deceptively tall. You
Yeah.
didn't think he was as tall as he was because he's so built and
Yeah.
he was so fast. His legs were so long. He kind of had like those strides like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Those
Oh, okay.
really long, but he
Yeah.
was fast. He
Or
wasn't
Kyle
like Shaggy.
Washington.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kyle's
yeah.
got a yeah.
Yep. That's a very good one. That's a very good one. So yeah, but back to the game. I think it was great that UC could win that with all the hype that was on Bowling Green coming in. It's a MAC school. It would have been
It
a
should have been
really
Miami.
good kind of trap.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it should have been. But that would have been a really good kind of trap game, even one that they should have won, that they could have lost because they did play decent against Nebraska, but I think they did a really good job. Brendan Sorsby was, no, let me see here. He was 17 of 24 for 333 yards and three touchdowns. Can't complain. No interceptions. Yeah, I really can't complain about that performance.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he did a great job as a quarterback and as a running back. That was nice to see because the week before he had only played running back for us. He decided not to play
Hmm.
quarterback. So I get that. I mean, it was a really nice atmosphere. It was great weather, 70 degrees. It was sunny. So it was a perfect game for college or a perfect day for college football. My thing was is UC was up 21-3 at the half. Now,
Hmm.
was it because they were up that they kind of took their foot off the gas, or was it they were having trouble in the second half? Because in the second half, they lost 17-13. I know
Yeah,
losing a half is nowhere near losing a game,
right.
but it just was kind of concerning because you started to see Bowling Green make dramatic improvements in the second half.
And you know what, James? I think that was probably human nature taking over college kids, letting the foot off the gas a little bit. You're up 21-3, but also let's not discount the job Eddie George may have done at halftime motivating his players. Now, granted, they should have come out motivated, but so you got maybe a combination of the UC kids letting off the gas a little bit, and Eddie George really hyping his kids up and get them coming out really tough to play. And so I'm not as disturbed about that as I am about Brendan Sorsby being our leading rusher. But that's
Yeah, I
that's
agree
something
with you.
else.
That is a problem back to back weeks. Him being the leading rusher. Really, none of the running backs did anything to write home about, with Walker being at less than 3 yards a carry. Now, Pryor at least was at 5.5, so that was kind of nice.
Mhm.
Um, Sorsby, of
Yeah,
course, being the only one getting the touchdown again, and then Chance coming in there at the end of the game, and he did okay, but it was
yeah.
just kind of weird that, why are we even going that deep on the dang bench?
Yeah. I think the most disappointing thing to me is Walker. He had 11 carries, and he's supposed to be the one that's kind of taking over for Kiner, right? He's the one that's supposed to be the bruising back, whereas Avg.Pryor is still the speed back.
Mhm.
And he came from Wisconsin. To me, that performance was disappointing. Now, could some of it be on the offensive line? Absolutely. But if you're a big time running back, a Big 12 running back going against MAC competition, you
Mhm.
should be able to at least power through some tackles. I felt that he went down far too easily. And that's just me. And that's obviously my opinion. I'm a 52-year-old guy that hasn't played football in what, 30 plus years, but I feel like he went down too easily.
Good news. Based on that new movie coming out, you can still be eligible. So I know you're excited
Oh,
about
no, no,
that.
no.
I'm looking forward to watching
That,
the senior. I think it's going to be great. But then again, anything
yeah,
Angel Studios does, I
yeah,
love.
is great.
And I
Yeah.
think actually the best thing though, is the fact that it's coming out the same time Jordan Peele's Him is coming out. So
Mhm.
you have the extreme contrast
Yep.
of this
You do.
heavenly movie and this evil
Yeah.
movie at the same time.
Yep.
I kind of want to see both.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Same here.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna see both. Shoot, I
Yeah.
already got my tickets for senior, but I'm probably gonna see him as well. Uh,
Yeah.
so the running game, like you said, we had issues. I mean, Sorsby leading it again is not a good plan. We can't have that. But when it
Mhm.
came to the passing game, though, definitely
Oh,
some people stepped up. Heck, there was this guy, number 11, that actually showed up to the game last week on Saturday.
yeah.
That was
Yeah. He put a
nice.
uniform on and showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, honestly, he only had two catches, but it
Big
was the
catches, though.
distance, it
Yeah,
was the yardage. They were huge catches,
exactly.
and they were huge moments, and that shows you what Royer can do for the offense. That shows you, much like we were kind of talking about the Bengals before we came on, much like getting the ball to Chase or Higgins early, or like they got the ball to Noah Fant early in the game on Sunday. The Bearcats got the ball to their weapon early on in the game on Saturday, so they had to worry about him.
Mhm.
And by Bowling Green worrying about him, that opened up other players to have big days. I mean, Caldwell had a big day. Goody, yeah, he only had 50 yards, but they were nice. Four catches. It was a good, solid performance. Um, Caldwell was incredible. So you know, we get to see some good stuff from the receivers.
Exactly. It was a lot more fun to watch this game than it was the Nebraska game. Or
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
and yeah, because I keep worrying because I like to talk about Miami as well. So I keep going. Wait, it was a red Big Ten team. It's red Big Ten.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that yeah, wait, no, wait, it's the one without Fickle, because Fickle would have made too much
Right.
sense to have Fickle play against UC. Oh my gosh, how cool of a game would that have been?
Yeah. That would have
That
been awesome. That
that
would have
would
been great. There'd have been a lot of hate there. A lot
exactly.
of hate.
Exactly. And then going to the defensive side of the ball, they had another good defensive game. We're very proud of them. Uh, Goldie, and has been doing awesome. He had 8 solo tackles, 6 assisted tackles. I mean, he was
Hmm.
always flying to the ball. He was always doing something. He heck even on plays when there weren't tackles. Like there was one that went to it was either their tight end or running back, and it oh my gosh,
Hmm.
this he just leveled him. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, he flies, man. He's fun to watch on defense. He flies all over the field. The only gripe I have with the defense was the 274 yards passing they gave up. I worry about that a little bit as we head into Big 12 play. I mean, yeah, they got Northwestern State to tune up against, but going into the Big 12, they are very pass heavy offenses. Need to maybe clamp down on that a little bit.
Definitely. Yeah, I was going to say that should be the big focus this week. Stopping the pass, having our corner safeties really step up. Also, being able to get, shoot, not that Sorsby's going anywhere anytime soon, but to get the other guys ready just in case if he were to have an injury or something were to happen, get them in-game experience because we should be up at halftime and not need him. If we need him for the second half of the game, that's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Northwestern State looking ahead to them, they're 1-1. What they won against, hold on a second here. They
Alcorn State.
beat Alcorn State.
And they lost to Minnesota by Minnesota's still scoring in that game. That's how bad they lost to Minnesota.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I didn't realize that Minnesota was playing Northwestern State when I saw this, but on Twitter on Saturday, Minnesota had to put up a sign on their jumbotron that said, "We have run out of fireworks," because they were shooting fireworks off after every
Yeah, I
touchdown.
can see that. Yeah,
So,
66 freaking
so
points.
I don't. I'd love to say this is going to be a test. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tune-up.
Exactly. If
The
it's a test, that's
ESPN.
a problem. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, the matchup predictor it has 99% chance of UC winning. I don't even see a spread on the game that I
I
can
can't imagine that
find.
we're even.
Um,
Yeah, that just seems.
I mean, it's what's crazy is and there should be, I just can't find it. But talking about the spread last weekend, Ohio State played Grambling. They gave Ohio State 55.5 points. I'm like, there's no way.
Not
You
enough.
can't bet that. You can't bet it because I thought it was too much. I thought they were giving them too much.
What?
That was just my gut. That was
Oh,
my gut. Maybe that's the pessimist in me. But Ohio State ended up scoring 70. I'm like, are you serious? Minnesota ends up scoring 66. So I think that this could be a game where the Bearcats easily put up in the 40s. And maybe Northwestern State crosses, I'm thinking like 44-14 or something like that could be the final, you know. And I think that's giving Northwestern State a lot of credit
that
because
is giving them a lot of credit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I was
their
gonna say,
quarterback
and
is
the
not
Ohio
good.
State thing, like you were saying about that point spread, after being up there in person, watching them play UC
Mhm.
and watching them play
Mhm.
Miami, and I got the order wrong because I think they put, yeah, no, I did get that right. UC, then they put, either way,
Yeah,
how bad they beat the heck out of those two teams.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, yeah, I put nothing past your guys. I mean, shoot, at that
yeah.
point, and they had just coming off that win, but it was such a close win. You could tell that even with winning, they were a little upset that they didn't really get to show their firepower, and that's what they did with Grambling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Grambling,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And atmosphere plays a lot into college football games. And I got to tell you, talking about the game this past Saturday for UC, my all four of my kids were at the game.
it was very well
Because I got
attended.
two students there,
Yeah, yeah.
and they said it was incredible. They said the
Everyone's
atmosphere
wearing
was great.
white, great atmosphere. Yeah,
Yeah, they had the white out. I mean, my son, Cade, who's a freshman, was in the student section. He's got season tickets. My daughter Tess was in the student section. She's got season tickets. My other two were elsewhere in the stadium, but they said it was incredible. They
oh
said
yeah,
it
it
was
was about
loud.
like
They said it was
90%
fun.
full, and yeah, and they were very loud. Fortunately, there weren't too many times of them saying FBG,
Yeah,
which that drives me crazy because I get
yeah,
it when it's a school you hate. Like if it's something that you're playing against, like I don't hate Miami, but I get it because they don't like Miami.
Xavier.
Or I get it, Xavier. Yes, I totally get if UC is playing Xavier or vice versa, and they want to say F the other school. Okay, not that it's good to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
I get it because there's a reason to feel that
Yeah.
way. Or UCF
Yep.
or something like that. But
Yep.
Bowling Green, why do you
No.
hate Bowling Green? There's no reason to hate Bowling Green. There's nothing bad to be said about Bowling Green other than they have a
Yeah.
fat cat who's not really that fat. My cat is actually 3 times fatter than their cat. So I'm kind of disappointed in that fact.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but great atmosphere. I expect the same on Saturday, and Saturday's going to be a party, because I mean,
Exactly.
it's going
That's
to
what it
be
is.
a game that they know they're going to win. They're going to have some fun. People are going to have some fun tailgating. Students are going to have fun pre-gaming. It's going to be good for them. And then from there, then they look ahead to down the road, because then let me see here. Oh, come on, pull me my schedule. Then they got Kansas and the Big 12 starts, and so it'll be fun.
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean the atmosphere should be amazing. When I drive in, I always
Hmm.
pass by the fraternity sorority houses, and they're
Yeah,
always in a good atmosphere. But especially a game like this, I mean, there's
yeah.
nothing to worry about. There's nothing to be concerned about. It should just be fun. And then I understand
Hmm.
this one. We're going to go the other direction. We were a whiteout the first game. We're a
Yeah.
blackout the second
There's
game.
a blackout.
Yeah, so it'll be fun atmosphere. Hopefully, it doesn't get too hot. That'd be about the worst thing I could think of could happen during the game because,
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say the first game was perfect. Like I said, 70-degree weather, sunny. But usually,
Hmm.
football in September can get, in 80s, 90s, and you're wearing all black. It can get a little
Yeah.
hot there. So you might need to drink something
Yeah.
and you might need to drink some water,
Yeah.
drink some things other than what they normally drink. So, to stay healthy and hydrated. But yeah, I mean, it seems like nothing
Yeah.
good has
Yeah. Nah,
happened for
it's
UT. Yeah, it
yeah,
seems like
yeah. It seems pretty good. Let's enjoy it now because once the Big 12 starts, who knows what it's going to be like.
exactly. So we're both projecting. I'm guessing that UC is going to win. Or both. You said 44-14.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be something like that as well. Um, I'm a little more optimistic for our defense. I think they're going to hold them to more 7-10-ish. But I know what you mean. It's not a big
Okay,
game.
cool.
Yeah, it's nothing dramatic. Yeah, I was gonna say, shoot, it's gosh, but when someone's like, how much is that? And you're like, it's 499. They're like, or no, you say it's 500, and they go, no, it's 499. I'm like, ain't a real difference there. Yeah,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
sounds good. Any final thoughts, Mark?
Yeah, you know what? Just let's just go have fun. Enjoy this game. Enjoy a victory. Get to 2-1. See what happens in the Big 12 from there.
Sounds good. For James Ernest and Mark Fightmaster, this is UC Bearcats on the prowl.